Y'all been talking all this time.
Nah, it makes sense.
Time to shut up and listen now. Rota speaks.
Lil J, man. Lil J. How's your relationship with Jay these days, man?
Man, it's cool, man. That nigga Jay just invited me to Belize for his birthday. I'm like, man, I ain't got no passport. It's about the tickets in. He bought the tickets anyway. So I'm like, just what we to do?
You gotta go get that passport. You can get it in 48 hours now, Rota.
Yeah, I know, but I ain't had 48 hours.
Oh, he like, let's go now. When he ready to
I
go.
mean, nah, I'm happy that I got to do.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't even got, it's running out fumes.
Man,
Got
being
a lot going on right now. So I'm just coming back in this from LA anyway and getting in this with a bunch of that was waiting on me that I should have done before I left.
man,
But I mean, I had shit to do before I left. So I'm playing catch up right now on a whole lot of
type of influence was Jay on you, man. I remember a time he thought you didn't want too much, but now, how you think about that now?
I mean, well, to be honest, I really don't. Now it's kind of like, I mean, of course he like what's going on now, but I ain't doing that to get, I'm doing that shit for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it for me. So it's like, I got a lot of the drive to do that shit from looking at his shit. Cause he used to come get him and bring me to go see all this wonderful rich shit that he had. And that shit used to piss me off. I was like, you finna go drop me back off in the ghetto. What you mean?
Yeah,
I can't live in this governor's mansion type of, like this a estate.
yeah.
This had me sitting outside like a Stedman. You know what I'm saying? They had me at a Stedman, man.
You think maybe he's seen it in you because I've seen him operate with you a lot different than he operate with other people that was up under that label. I've seen Jay come damn near spend the night with us in the studio one night, man.
Man, Jay was doing that with everybody when he could.
Okay.
He did that with anybody that he took the time to fuck with. I guess he knew that
Right.
they had the potential to do great shit. But I don't think a lot of us knew we had the potential to be great. We were just trying to be in the moment. So, as was wising up and get older, he'll kind of like, hey, I want you to look at this. And if you broke and you ain't looking at it right, because I mean, I want it. He was like, man, I was trying to make you want it. I'm like, who the don't want nothing? I'm like, well, I thought you ain't want nice because all you do is buy syrup. I'm like, that's all I know is buying syrup and buying weed and guns and like that. That's all I know. So when I get some money, of course, I'm going to do more of what I know. I don't know. And he was like, well, that's why I'm showing you this. I'm like, well, tell me that's why you doing that shit. I think you capping on me or something. Like, I'm like, Jay, what's this? Oh, I own all this. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. I want to own all this shit too.
Inspiration.
But I ain't looking at it like he trying to plant no seed and be like, I want you to want this. I'm looking at it like, I already want this.
Why you showing it to me?
Like, who ain't gonna want some shit that thing? I don't got nothing. I want everything. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, he definitely dig how this shit going on right now. But I mean, I ain't do this. I ain't do this shit because I was trying to emulate. I was just trying to be all right. This just some shit I'm doing because I'm able to do this shit right now.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? I think it match with what I got going on in my career. And I think I deserve this shit. So that's the only reason I got it, because I think it go with my uniform.
Work for it.
This one deep this shit go in my uniform. Them cars go with this shit, this house go with all the rest of the shit I got. It go with this shit. It's part of my what you call that shit? They be calling that shit the outfit of the day.
Yes, indeed.
It's part of my outfit of the day. A mansion and some badass cars, and all my clothes say my name or my business on them.
I know that's right.
The outfit of the day.
No, that's right. That's how you get them, man. Kill them with success. What you say? Your success took shots at you, man. Yeah. For real, man. And Brad Jordan, man, he's revered as one of the baddest out here, man. You know, we all coming. What time did he have an influence on you in the rap world? And how do you get to know him as being a fan of Brad?
Well, I mean, because it didn't start like that. Of course, I used to like Mind Playing Tricks and the World Is Yours. Like that was probably my go-to with him. But I mean, I didn't have music because I ain't have. So I used to just jam whatever this JK used to jam in his mama's car. Mm-hmm. I used to jam whatever this Mexican D used to jam in his car. You know what I'm saying? And all these was jamming y'all. You know what I'm saying? They was jamming y'all, like jamming DA, Southside players, you know, Kiki, Hawk,
like
Dubs and shit like that. So I don't know. It just
because the world want to know. He's such a fan of yours. He shouts you out on everything, man. But when I hear the songs with you and him, you only on the hook.
That's what I'm trying to say. Is like, well, I mean, yeah, that. But I was really getting at. I didn't never really listen to Face on purpose. My go-tos was the ones I just said when I finally started buying music. But in that molding stage, when I started actually coming up with the new names, like not the Zero, the shit before Zero, all that. And I was listening to, like, this was the K-Reno Point Blank era.
Street Minute.
Bone Thug and Harmony, Tupac era.
Okay, that era, right.
You know what I'm saying? You talking about 91, 92, 93.
Right.
And the only music I had in my motherfucking room was Dead in a Year. I had a cassette tape with the Street Military EP, Dead in a Year on that bitch, 7 songs. I had Point Blank, Mad at the World. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I had, them was the only 2 cassettes I had. And whatever would come on Wednesday radio. So I jammed that shit. So I ain't never really get to Face until like OC and Surreal. I forgot they rap group name. But them niggas was on Either You Win, Lose This Life, Is Do or Die. With Johnny P singing Do or Die, and them, you know what I'm saying? Facing them niggas. I want to say DMG too, but OC live in Ridgemont. So when I started kind of kicking it with OC was like, Crazy C live over here on a certain street. I was like, Crazy C the producer? So I'm like, this nigga Crazy C was like a legend already. So nigga go over to Crazy C house and record a song. And since this nigga OC, he was on Rap A Lot, that made me want to be like, let me start listening to some of this Rap A Lot shit. So that's when I started listening to that new version of the Ghetto Boys and Too Much Trouble, Choice, the Fifth Ward Boys. Like I started Ghetto Twin. I started listening to all that shit to get familiar, and of course, you know, his shit stood out. So it was like, but I ain't really just. I was wrapped up in that street military shit.
Right.
You know, it was street military came on point blank for me. Like Face was yeah, but I was just on that. Face wasn't killing enough niggas in his raps for me. These niggas was killing everybody themselves and then coming back to kill more people in the next song. I'm like, nigga, this shit here, nigga. I don't know why I liked it all this shit, but I was like, this shit is stupid, dumb, crazy, and I like it. This nigga Nip talking about that nigga just the bloody sticker. That's just the sound of a blender when it's cutting quicker. I'm like, this nigga crazy than a bitch, man.
So you
and I love this shit.
You trapped in the psycho world in the Houston hardhead kick dope burglar. Oh yeah, you was a kick dope murderer, man.
Yeah.
Face was for the dope boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You was in a killing
I wasn't
world.
a dope boy. I was a broke boy. I was broke and wanted to kill and shoot and slap every motherfucking thing for no reason. Just woke up like that every motherfucking day on a bench, nigga. You waking up on a bench?
You mad than a bitch.
All you hearing is, you know what that is? These bitch ass nigga waking me up bouncing this basketball. Number one, I'm embarrassed because I ain't wake up before they got here. So I could have woke up and been like, oh shit, I'm just the first nigga at the park. Nah, bitch ass nigga, you live here, nigga. It's the basketball going off. I'm on the bench. I just wake up. I ain't got no motherfucking teeth brush in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Can't talk to these niggas because this shit warm than a bitch. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm really homeless in this motherfucker. So, yeah, I wasn't one of the dope boys. I was one of the broke boys.
Yeah.
So I was like that shit where this nigga point blank would come on that bitch. I hate the whole fucking world, so the world better hate me. Nigga, I hate you. Fuck you, nigga. Reckless clan. I'm like, this nigga crazy than a bitch.
Nah.
I'm sitting in my headphones on the bench just looking at everybody with a little smile like, y'all don't know I'm finna kill all you motherfuckers, you bitch ass motherfuckers. I'm finna go off in this bitch.
That bench will make you go through some things for real, man. It got real, I know it, but you living every day like it's your last right now, baby. Man, God is good, man, for real. Man, when you decided to do your Rap A Lot album, brother, how did that come about, man?
Man, I went to Jay. Actually, me and Fish went to Jay in early 98. I don't want to say right before Pat got killed. We went to Rap A Lot. I played Lord Tell Me Why for Jay and maybe My Pimp On in another song. That nigga Jay was like, man, you jamming. But I never signed a man call himself nothing.
What?
So he passed on me.
No.
So me and Fish left out that motherfucker and dropped that shit by ourselves. I want to say at the end of the KMJ run,
Okay.
Jay came to because I was making some noise. Jay came to the Spiznot, which was the name of the pool house. You know, I mean, I was fucked up. You know, I was living in whatever the fuck I could live in. So he came to the pool house where I was at looking for me to come give me a record deal. And around the time that nigga gave me the little record deal, not the little record deal, my apologies, he gave me the opportunity. I caught a case up there at the same motherfucking pool house. And he stepped in and, you know, did some shit for me. And it was kind of cool for a little while, but I ended up catching the blue one and had to go sit down for a year. And that nigga, but I mean, by the time I left, I already had like 20-some songs recorded. So shit, I came out to Life of Joseph McVey and this shit was popping already. And it was money on the table.
And money on the dresser.
Yeah, and I wasn't thinking about doing nothing with nobody no more ever. Like
Come
it was
on,
cool.
man.
I came out, I did Life of Joseph while I was in there. Got out no fold. I started recording Let the Truth Be Told.
Caught another dumbass case in the middle of that. Dropped, let the truth be told. Pleaded this bullshit ass case out to 4 years.
Damn.
Went in this bitch to go do 4 years. Drop still living while I'm in there. This is 06. Go to court again. Schaefer come down there to Orange, Texas, and like, hey, you mischarged my client. You gave him penitentiary time for a state jail felony. So we giving the 4 years back. You did 9 months state jail last time, so we're gonna give you 10 months state jail this time. No credit for the 4 months TDC. I had already done it Pack 1. Pack 1 was Cadillac though, you know, this old man shit.
For sure.
Cable on all night, no cells, leg quarters every day. I was like, bitch, I wanna stay in this motherfucker. Like,
No bullshit. But that case right there, let's stop right there.
So when you get to a point, it's 20 years later, you know, Doug not a factor no more. I done seen this nigga a couple of times. We went out to go eat or whatever, we chopped it up, whatever. But I mean, like, I see this nigga everywhere. So I mean, yeah, you just saw me somewhere by myself, and you was like, oh cool, I'm not by my, I mean, I saw you the night before at the Toyota Center. It was me, same niggas I'm with right now, me, Lil Flip. This nigga D-RECK McKinney was managing me at the time. He was D-RECK McKinney and a couple of young ladies. So I about like 6 or 7 deep. Flip told me, say, hey man, that nigga Trey over there. He pointed over there. I was like, I ain't even see the nigga. But he was up, he didn't say nothing then. But then the next day I'm by myself somewhere. That's how that shit goes. So if that answers your question.
I mean, this is crazy because bagging up a little bit after the Gorilla Mob, y'all started ABN, which was something that you were screaming in the 8th grade, if my memory serves me right, because a lot of people think that he started that group. Do you think maybe a little friction came when you blew up a little bit more and then y'all wasn't getting the same money?
I mean, you know that for a fact. You know that for a fact. But I mean, he done had situations where he get more money than me too. So it's like, I mean, I'm not mad because you're going to go get some more money than me. But I mean, like, I'm just a different nigga than you. I'm really a street nigga. So really getting my shit together and getting out the motherfucking street, I was really all for that. Damn. You fighting to be looking like you from the streets, and I'm fighting to not look like I'm from the streets, nigga.
So a nigga done hit 2 roofs. That's a new meaning when you say he
ain't got 2 roofs when they ain't got no more house.
I thought we was going serious. You said he did put a rank on the nigga. He did this here to put a ranking session on the nigga together, y'all.
I ain't got no hair either, nigga. What you mean?
Talk about that.
He ain't got no fucking hair.
Man.
I don't know who the fuck this is. This nigga hooded up.
Grit
this
boys.
might be JB.
No!
Man. You say Grit Boy.
It's Grit Boys. It's school, man.
Man.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Not no motherfucking school.
See, that's why Jim even trying to figure out who this nigga in this hoodie is. The whole time I know you. That makes sense. He almost ain't got no hair.
I see this nigga cheek smiling too. It's that nigga too.
It's that nigga, man. He live in the flesh, man.
I mean, pause. I don't just mean to know a nigga by their cheeks.
Man.
But that nigga cheek.
Yeah, man. In the building. R.I.P. Big Hope. Know what I'm saying?
Man, that's crazy.
Jonathan. Man, where we was at when John died, bro? We was together, wasn't we?
I left Scores and I went to Pearl Homes. I was at Scores and then I went over there.
Nah, I was in L.A. You called me. So I'm headed over there.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. We done took some heavy losses, man. This game has not been good on the real nigga side. Like on the cool, man. Cause we done went through Mo, Poe. Come on, man. Ooh, anyway. You tune in to the motherfucking one-on-one with Mickey and Mike D right now. Exclusive shit. My brother in the building, man. King of the ghetto, man. I'm talking about the king of pain. Yeah, your baby mama favorite rapper. Let's get up in here, man. Where did you and D-RECK come up with we finna do an album? Let's start there. How did this begin, man? Let's get on this journey of this album.
Well, first of all, I really got my first real piece of rap money from D-RECK. This ain't no slight to nobody else I was fucking with in the beginning, but I wasn't getting enough money to say I was getting some money. You know what I'm saying? I was getting something I could eat with, or I was getting some shit handled for me. In the form of monetary. But like in the beginning, I really can't remember if it was No D or D-RECK, but one of them niggas was like, come join us on this, creating this Big Mo record. So I was like, all right, I'm doing it because it's Big Mo. And, of course I'm trying to get on, but it's Big Mo, and then, I'm like one of the new niggas in the clique, so I want to do the shit. But then Rick was like, nah, I'm going to pay you. And he gave me a significant amount per song. So what he was giving me per song and all the songs that I did, I ended up making a little money. You know what I'm saying? So that's like when I got the biggest forms of my rap check in the early stages of my career. So now, in the latter stages of my shit, of course I used D-RECK bonding company a couple times to get out of jail and shit, and we know each other and shit, hook up, have a scotch every now and then or something like that. And then he was like, man, you know what? I don't think you ever really had a real rollout. And he was like, well, shit, man, let's get together, man. Let's do one together, Rec Shop, One Deep Entertainment. And you do what you do, and then we come in and do what we do. We'll focus on the rollout. So we said we was gonna do that shit, and then I don't know, something else had went on. I can't remember what it was. It was something cool, and we seen each other again. And I was like, yeah, let's do that shit you was talking about. And he was like, cool, let's do it. And then like within the week, we was at Joey Uptown's meeting and shit, talking about what we was gonna do. And shit, up to the present time, shit, we just come back from LA, starting the press run on this shit. It's coming out December 13th. Just call me Rota. So that's how that shit went. It was just really on some, hey, what's up? You wanna do one? Yeah, let's do one.
Yeah. And have y'all done one? Because what I've heard is Do you feel? Go ahead.
We got some nice shit on there. Yeah, it's dope.
Do you feel like this some of your best work thus far?
Nah, I just feel like more people gonna hear it.
Right.
That's the difference in the, I guess, doing your shit and then just, if we gonna say it in street terms, and I'm gonna be honest with it, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. When I put out a record right now, I don't do much. A lot of that shit I don't have to do much, because I get on my platform, be like, hey, my shit will be out 17 Thursdays from now. So 17 Thursdays from now, them motherfuckers gonna go get that bitch. Cause 17 Thursdays from now, I'm gonna be telling them again, hey, it's the 17th motherfucking Thursday right now. Y'all need to come get this shit at 11:59. You know what I'm saying? So now it's just, I ain't on my platform telling you that hoe coming out 17 Thursdays from now. I'm telling you my shit coming out 17 Thursday from now on your platform right now. I just told them on Be Real platform. I told them on Yuck My platform. I told them on Too Short platform. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told them on No Jumper. Well, I ain't gonna lie, we was talking so hard on No Jumper. We ain't even talk about the motherfucking album. I'm like, I'm getting in the car, I'm telling Man, we ain't even say shit about it, called me Rotha.
Wow.
Motherfucker like, you wanna go back in? Hell nah, nigga, I gotta pee. So, you know what I'm saying? We went back to but anyway, yeah, that's the only difference. Motherfucker gonna put a push to it.
Right.
Motherfucker gonna put a push to it. Like, I was starting to put a push on No Love Boulevard, didn't really put no push on Codeine, put a little bit of a push on sadism. But like my not pushing, it does well
Yeah.
to not be pushed. But now with people fucking with me, giving me like a team, so to speak, momentarily, it ain't just me upstairs pushing buttons and then me come down to this office emailing and faxing and then just telling motherfuckers this shit gonna be online this day. I'm going places and doing like, you know, like a media run with people who have platforms. So are you gonna hear about this shit more than you heard about ghetto gospel? For sure. I mean, a lot of that shit just, it go out and then, you know, motherfucker jam that shit for about a month. Then that album life will go down a little bit and then it'll you know, I'll post something, that shit'll go back up. But I mean, whatever. But far as the work go, it's some hard shit on their pause. Like, it's some hard shit on their pause.
Definitely.
And what make this shit here hard, once again, pause, is that on a lot of this shit, I ain't have to, you know, I'm used to doing this shit by myself, which is good for me. But being there with a creative process, like on the second joint on that bitch, like on Charging. I thought of a sample, No D found that bitch, and then you know, then them boys went in there and created as I came up with the verbiage. And I mean, it was like it felt like Rec Shop back in the Gap. Like when a nigga was make
dope.
some cash,
Yeah.
motherfuckers out. It was everybody in there.
Man.
So you get to look up and turn around and be like, oh no, they feeling that shit over there. They feeling that shit over there. They okay, cool. Keep that. Go to the next line.
Yes.
So it was feeling like that. So that's the only difference. And I am getting like a kind of a funky platinum soulful type of vibe on a lot of them records on there. So I ain't gonna say, I was gonna call this bitch the best me at first.
Man.
But I wasn't gonna do that because I ain't want motherfuckers to think that I was calling this my best
Right.
body of work. I'm saying I'm the best me that I've ever been. You know what I'm saying? Like, the music is what it is because everything is it's a different aura for me. Every song was a different aura. I'm somebody else on that motherfucker. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I was saying that out of all the shit I've been through in my life, out of all the ups, the downs, I don't give a fuck about the to the sides and the down yonders.
Right.
Everything that done went on, I don't know, I guess I'm grading myself like it's a lot of shit that I should have done on the negative side that I didn't. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit that I'm doing differently right now. And I actually see the payout in it. And it's not that I'm doing shit differently for the payout. I'm doing shit differently because I am the payout.
Man.
And I realized that shit. So it's like, motherfucker gotta think before you move. You know what I'm saying? You'll lose that shit like that. And I mean, so I'm the best version of me because I'm on some, you know what? Where I would have just, nigga, what'd you say? I bet you won't stay right here. I'll be right back.
Move around.
Would have came back and had to call D-RECK. Hey, run me up a bond right quick, come get me. If they gonna let me out this bitch. Doing shit the dumb way, you know what I'm saying? Getting bumped and just, bitch ass nigga, you. At this age and at this success, I'm, I don't give a fuck. You know what? You bumped into me, but my bad for being in your way. My bad, I'm sorry. Carry on, sir.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? In my best Belvedere-ish type of voice. But I mean, I'm just saying I'm the best version of myself. So then I thought, like, I know these crazy motherfuckers gonna be like, oh, this nigga talking about this is best body of work. They gonna listen to it just to say it ain't.
It ain't.
So I'm like, let me just say, let me come up with something that's saying that without saying that. And I'm like, and I was thinking about this old freestyle I did. I think it was on Rebels Presley. I was like, I love it when they call me Rota, giving autographs on my poster, coming down Main and Testarossa, hit it out the park like Sosa. So I was like, man, I like how that bitch come on. I love it when they call me Rota, giving autographs on my poster. I was like, nah, that's him right there. So I just shortened that bitch down. I was just like, call me Rota. That say all that shit. Calling me Rota is saying I'm one of the hardest motherfuckers out here, pause. It's also saying I'm one of the most melodic motherfuckers out here, pause. It's also saying I'm one of the motherfuckers that persevered the most out this motherfucker, still doing this shit only. Like, it's saying a whole lot of shit about me without saying all that shit about me. So I'm saying that call me Rotha it's synonymous with calling me, nigga, what Hawk used to call me? The total package.
For real.
So calling me Rotha is synonymous with calling me everything. And I'm cool with that. So I named my shit that.
Man, and you are the king of the ghetto. And I want to say right now, you've graduated and been the king of consistency for a minute, man. Saying how you saying the best to me right there. Is it, in this level of your career, does it feel better to do songs like Joy versus I Hate You?
I mean, nah. I mean, you do the song however you feeling. But I mean, you might live to regret a lot of that shit that you know what I'm saying? Like if I ever said fuck a nigga on the song, like I still mean it. Like I ain't saying that I don't mean it. But I mean at the same time, like what I hate you. You know, some fucked up shit happened with me and this lady, and I did that song, and that motherfucker basically made me a millionaire over the course of about like 7-8 months. So when I'm doing it, I'm venting. Like I'm doing the songs, so I don't do nothing else. Like, oh, you got me fucked up. You took everything and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. So I do the song. In essence, I get everything back because the song made a motherfucker have a bag. But then at the same time, the situation got old. You know what I'm saying? Me and the young lady, we kind of earned our differences out and was able to be cool for a little while. And then out of nowhere, she gets sick and she not here no more. So the thing I got to deal with is when I go to these shows and these people want to hear this shit, I ain't got the heart to sing that shit no motherfucking more. And I look at Lele, and I'm like, it was hard doing the motherfucking song when she was alive, because then, a nigga daughter be there and be like, yeah, I know, I understand, but goddamn, it's still my T. Jones though. And I'm like, so I got to deal with that. Mm-hmm. The fan just on some, yeah, I hate my baby mama too. I love this song. Shit, this woman dead now. Man. And not only is she dead, Paris, my other daughter, her mama died. So it's kind of like, I live to see some shit still going on about people that ain't even here no more. So I mean, as you get older and you calm down a lot and you learn how to take shit a little differently, you look up and be like, yep, that's one I ain't gonna never be able to take back. You know what I'm saying? Because this is, how many people just look at me in the store and they walk up and be like, and I just hit the note and I be like, you dumb bitch, get out my, like, what fuck wrong with you? But like, that's their song though. You feel me? That's their motherfucking song. And I mean, like, it was mine too when I was mad about that shit. But then that motherfucking song made a nigga so rich to where it's like, I feel guilty about the song.
When she was alive, did y'all ever have a good chuckle about the fact that
Hell nah.
thank you for doing what you did, because now I'm
Hell nah, man. Basically with me, after you kind of like, I don't know, if we got a situation that's situationable enough, if I can make up a word, to where I gotta not fuck with you no more, 10 times out of 3, I'm not fucking with you no more. So it's kind of like if some situations presented to where I had to run into her because, you know, I show up for some shit for my daughter, my sons, and she there because it's, you know, her daughter, her sons. You know what I'm saying? Her daughter's her son, so it's like it's a they over there, I'm over here, and it stays like that. So it actually took my daughter to tell me, like, hey man, mama was talking about you the other day, and like it was blah 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 and blah blah blah. It wasn't no hate, it was just shit used to be a trip, LOL. So it was kind of like, oh, okay, cool. So it's a little cordial. So I mean, we even exchanged numbers at a.
wow.
I'm talking about. I did that song in 03. It came out 04. And I did another song called Truth Is. That was kind of like, I wouldn't rebuke and I hate you, bitch. But I was like, I don't even remember because I got some up in the motherfucking song. But the song was something like, lately I've been thinking about run down, I miss her. But I ain't talking about, I said some shit like, I ain't talking about my ex-girl, I meant my sister, like when we was cool, you know what I'm saying? Like I was on some, and this was on by like 1 or 2 albums after The Life of Joseph. That motherfucker came out with a song called Truth Is. And I was on some like, yeah, I was emotional when I made this motherfucking song. I was like, oh, I couldn't believe you'd do me like that, motherfucker, and you know what that shit is.
I mean, this is crazy because bagging up a little bit after the Gorilla Mob, y'all started ABN, which was something that you were screaming in the 8th grade, if my memory serves me right, because a lot of people think that he started that group. Do you think maybe a little friction came when you blew up a little bit more and then y'all wasn't getting the same money?
I mean, you know that for a fact. But I mean, he done had situations where he get more money than me too. So it's like, I mean, I'm not mad because you're going to go get some more money than me. But I mean, like, I'm just a different nigga than you. I'm really a street nigga. So really getting my shit together and getting out the motherfucking street, I was really all for that. Damn. You fighting to be looking like you from the streets, and I'm fighting to not look like I'm from the streets, nigga. I'm trying to be where I am right now. So I don't know if it was no friction, but I mean, like, shit I don't fuck with. I mean, I don't fuck with it. So he doing a lot of shit I don't fuck with. So I moved around. Like, nigga, I had you come pick me up. Like, nigga, I can't smoke weed in this nigga's house. Come get me out this motherfucker. You came and picked me up, took me to Den Den. I gave Den Den $2,200, 4,002 or 4,009 Floral Way Court, whatever the shit was to Teal Run. Got my first regular house. I moved out the house. I think that's what did it. Because I moved out the house, I ain't paying half on that no more.
Because they had a big free zero campaign going on, and it just shocked everybody when you came home and y'all didn't continue that. What was that about?
I mean, because I was free. We couldn't continue because I was free. But it wasn't like I was in the penitentiary. I was in state jail. 2 weeks into that shit, I knew I was getting out on July 5th, 2004. So you like, free me for what? I know when I'm going to be free. I'm going to be free next year on July 5th. But in the same time, it's a way to keep my name alive, and it's a way for him to get money or whatever the case. But yeah, man, I mean, shit just got blew out of proportion. Yeah, I've been saying asshole by nature since way before I even knew who Dougie D was. I've been saying this shit in my rap since a long motherfucking time. But I mean, if you look at how I handled the situation, I ain't say shit. I left that shit alone and I went on about my motherfucking business. I got a successful career as an independent. I don't need to talk shit about no motherfucking body, so why y'all keep talking shit about me? You mad because you keep killing me every night. But in the morning, I still be alive. Maybe that's what it is, I don't know. The only thing I told dude throughout the years was, hey man, if you don't want no smoke with me, get my name out your motherfucking mouth if it ain't nothing positive connected to it. You go around this motherfucker telling all these niggas all this shit about me, all this extra shit about me, like you can't just, like I'm not gonna hear about it. So the only thing I told this nigga through the years was like, hey man, if you ain't got nothing nice to say about me, keep my name out your motherfucking mouth. Or we can meet up somewhere, we can handle that. But when I'm telling you, nigga, let's meet up somewhere so we can handle that, I ain't talking about you and them, nigga, I'm talking about you. I mean, that's just a whole move to me. But like I said on wherever it was, no jump or bootleg care, whatever it was, I'm kind of good with my shit. So I would commend any nigga getting a nigga to jump me, because I'm gonna represent myself well when I do this shit. I ain't coming for nobody, but like nah, nigga, like I ain't fucked with you in 20 years or some shit like that. Why you got my name in your mouth all the motherfucking time for? If a nigga come down here and ask you, man, I want to get a hook from Roe, why you gonna turn the nigga off to me? Cause I don't fuck with you. Nigga want a verse from me, you gonna turn the nigga off to me because I'm not fucking with you. So half of these niggas gonna come back and tell you like, hey man, that nigga Trey said this about you, Trey said that about you. Okay, cool. I don't get on the internet like a bitch, cause only bitch niggas get on the internet. I send a message through the grapevine. Hey man, keep my name out your mouth if you ain't got nothing good to say about it. Cause when niggas ask me about you, hey, what's up with you and Trey? Hey man, I don't fuck with that nigga. And he don't fuck with me. But do me a favor, support both our motherfucking music. You know this to be a fact.
I've been there for that.
So you ain't saying that shit, so it's, you know what it is. It is what it is.
Why another nigga is doing some shit, I can't tell you why. Because when I see you and I'm with a bunch of people, we don't give a fuck about you, nigga. You're not on my motherfucking to-do list or to-don't list. You just not on it. But I mean, am I doing that good? I piss you off that motherfucking bad? Maybe that's the reason, I don't know. But I mean, shit, you ain't like I say, you ain't on my to-don't list and you ain't on my to-do list.
So you ain't fucked this nigga baby mama. You ain't shot at this nigga. You ain't killed nobody this nigga. Why does, man, I know we can't answer his questions, but it's like, bruh, jealousy a motherfucker.
Yeah, I ain't never used to want to think that. But I mean, when people that used to be over there with him and they fall out with him with some shit and they come to me and be like, man, you know that nigga be having meetings about you. Like, what you mean? And nigga have a meeting and be like, you shook his hand, you suspended or some shit like that.
Stop it, man.
I'm like, wow. I was like, I used to think about that shit like, this is a sickness.
I feel when people that hang around that era when y'all was together and you see them and they can speak one day and then can't speak the next day. How do that make?
I don't care. I'm not fucking them people. I don't give a fuck.
So it don't bother you at all that they sway?
Man, look, I get into it with you. I don't talk to you for 90 days at a motherfucking time.
I told you.
I don't give a fuck about talking to nobody. And no, I don't give a fuck because a nigga don't tell me hi. I don't feel like saying hi no way.
Damn.
I'm like, shit, but I mean, it's just kind of gay though. Like a nigga just, you don't even know me. Like I still don't care, but it's like, a nigga can't meet me and be like, hey man, in order to fuck with me, you gotta hate him. I just can't be one of them just okay ass niggas, for real.
No bullshit.
So to kick it with you, Mike D, I gotta say, fuck this nigga 5. I gotta look at this nigga 5 every day and be like, hey 5, fuck you 5.
There you go.
5. Nah, really though. I really like you, 5, but he want me to be like, fuck you, so fuck you, 5. You're 4. You feel me? I can't do that shit, bro. Cause I got to look at myself in the mirror in the morning and be like, I'm still here. I don't like nobody that much to be. I can't. And even more than that, the proof that I can't do that shit is because you been cool with this nigga all these years.
Yeah.
I ain't never shunned you because of that shit.
Nah.
I don't give a fuck. I'm like, okay, you fuck with that nigga. Okay, cool.
That's your homeboy.
I don't.
Yeah.
Don't come over here. I don't give a fuck what this nigga do. Don't come over here telling me about what this nigga done got, or don't go over here telling this nigga what I done got. Like, just, I don't care. I don't give a fuck that you cool with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't gonna treat you funny because you cool with that nigga. So, I mean, I don't know what that shit feel like.
You got niggas overseas like Dog Man that hit a nigga and verify this shit. Cause it ain't that I used to didn't believe, but I couldn't see how.
You didn't believe.
Nah,
That's what it was.
Man, I didn't want to believe.
I said,
bro.
this nigga Mike D. AB. This nigga Mike D. AB.
I didn't want to believe that a nigga would tell another nigga to hate another nigga, cause I mean, you know that nigga, dog. Like, it's like, damn,
I know
for
who.
real. Frazier. You
You
know
think
he'll
so?
do that
You so
shit.
you think I know him? You think I know him?
Of course you know him, bro. What you mean you think
So if I know him, why we in the position that we in now? If I know him,
I mean, I thought y'all was family.
who told you that?
Y'all did.
But
Y'all told us all.
what did you see?
I saw enemies.
Okay, well shit, well you can knock that family shit off then, cause it ain't family.
Your family don't do that.
Yeah, it ain't family. Yeah, that shit ain't family.
Yeah. And it's just amazing because so many people want it to be another way, and I have to tell them, man, hey, y'all not that man. They just want y'all to stop it. They want y'all to come together, bro, and they want y'all to rap so their careers can take off.
Nah.
Why won't you do that?
Cause it really sounded like a hoe when you said it.
No bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What the fuck I'm gonna do some shit cause you want me to do it for? You ain't invested in what the fuck me or this other nigga is invested in. Shit, you know? I mean, hey, I don't know how to say these niggas' names, but y'all some podcast type of people. Maybe y'all know these niggas. I don't know. But maybe it's the Jesus or some shit. Some podcast ass niggas that had a famous podcast, they just broke their shit up. D Julio or some shit.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
D Jesus. I don't know who the fuck this nigga is.
Yeah.
But they shit was popping. And then all of a sudden they just announced we ain't doing our podcast no more.
Mm-hmm.
You like these nigga podcasts, right? Okay, fuck that. I'm gonna make it hit more close to home. I was mad than a bitch when the Mad Hatter Morning Show broke the fuck up. I'm like, why? I listened to the radio because of these niggas.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden that shit just gone, right? So I'm like, I'm not concerned if Mad Hatter walked into the studio and slapped the shit out of J Mac and then body slammed, you know, Rob G.
Yeah, Rob G.
And you know, this nigga Hatter went on a spree. I don't give a fuck. I just want to hear him and J Mac and Rob G. You know what I'm saying? And Jim, you know, I want to hear Jimbo as Bishop Bees. Like, I want to hear all this shit. I don't give a fuck what they going through personally. I just want what I want as a person. You know why I don't care? Because I don't know them niggas personally. They the morning show to me. So as a fan, I don't give a fuck if this nigga Mad Hatter bit this nigga J Mac earlobe off and they mad at each other. I want these niggas on the air feeding into one each other on them on them punchlines like only these motherfuckers could do for all them years. So it's the same shit with us. They don't give a fuck if this nigga really want to kill me or not.
Right.
They don't give a fuck if I really want to kill this nigga or not. They want to hear They want to hear, can you stand the rain ass shit. They don't care about the personal shit. They just want what they want.
Well, they hearing one side of it, you know. Now you're hearing the whole side of it, you know what I mean? So I hope it brings some clarification to those people that want what they want.
That shit ain't gonna bring no clarification. I mean, it's just me talking in here. It's just me talking in here, because I mean, at the end of the day, if a motherfucker want to hear that ABN shit, they still want to hear that ABN shit. They still don't give a fuck what we going through. Don't nobody give a fuck about nobody no more.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And I guess there y'all motherfucking answer right there. For real. So it's no possibility of that being that again. I mean, hey. Come on, bro. Man. Ooh. Yeah, get deep, man. Man. Come on, man. That shit still fuck with you, bro. Where it's at?
Nah. I'm gonna do shit that's best for me. So, I mean, nah, doing shit that's best for me ain't gonna never fuck with me. Because, I mean, you can't, overspill milk cry for what? Like what I'm gonna do, get it back or something? So, sit back and trip on it for what? Because to be honest with you, in that time of my life, when all that shit started with him, I wasn't getting no money. And when the money started coming for me, it was coming for 0 shows. We might have had a couple Gorilla Mob shows. And I mean, you know, I know we had a couple Gorilla Mob shows we ain't get paid for. Some niggas fucked over us. You know, I ain't gonna say no names, but they know who they are. You know what I'm saying? But the bulk of my shit was coming from 0 shows. And even in the first beginning, when I was doing all these shows, especially when I came home from jail in 2004, and I was doing all these shows, I was bringing these niggas with me. I can't remember what I was getting for the shows, but it was something real cheap. Like them clubs was keeping me booked because I was cheap than a bitch. I was cheap than a bitch back then. You know, I'm a new artist, so I couldn't really just go crazy. But I mean, I'm on the radio and shit like that, so I mean, I was getting a little something. Right. But I don't think I wouldn't even give him $5,000 a show. I don't think. And I think I was giving Trey maybe $1,200 a show or some shit like that, $900 to $1,200 a show. And that nigga wasn't gonna really get no money out of that shit, cause he had 1,300,000 million niggas with him, and he was giving them some money. But I mean, whatever, that's his shit. I'm getting whatever the fuck I'm getting.
Right.
We living in the same house, so it's like I ain't really fucked up about it yet, because you know I'm fresh home from jail, and like I said, I ain't really get no whole bunch of shit from anything except for 0. Every time Red Boy call my phone, sometimes Sam will call my phone with this lying ass nigga call me and just, yeah, Mac, yeah, Joe Mac, yeah, man, you know what I mean? Lying ass nigga. Shit, probably $6,000 or $7,000. He talking about, yeah, man, 3,500, 4,000. This nigga thieving ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He doing that shit. Sometime Chief will come through with some shit from Rap-A-Lot. You know, every day or every other day, Red Boy, you know, my manager at the time, Mr. International, he coming with a bunch of he coming with a bunch of shows. So I mean, the bulk of my shit coming from my shit. So I wasn't really tripping off of the main thing I lost with the Trey shit was just how we fucked with each other. You know, we was alright for a little while. So I mean, you know, I can't say I lost no money. It's a whole lot of money I never got a chance to get.
Right.
Just put it like that.
Right. It's a lot of money left on the table. But I heard you say one time, man, it'd been nice to get Joseph and Frazier together before we worry about Rotha and Trey.
I was by myself.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, I was by myself. I mean, if I see you everywhere and you see me everywhere, I might got 3 people with me, you got 3 people with you. You ain't saying nothing.
Right.
I see you by yourself, it's 3 people with me, I ain't saying nothing. But you see me by myself and you loaded up, I don't think I gotta finish the statement.
Man.
So we know what it is. I don't really want to start talking no Jay Prince talk, cause you know he involved in this shit with reaching out to a nigga, telling the nigga let's meet up and and let's exchange these hands. That shit was never responded to.
Right.
So I don't want now nigga in this motherfucker thinking anything ill about me. You come to me by yourself, I'ma beat your bitch ass up. That's anybody.
I know that's right.
Any man's supposed to think like that. But if you got so much of a motherfucking problem with me, why you ain't saying nothing to me when it's you by yourself and me by myself?
Well, with that case right there, let's stop right there. That was the J-Ton case, right?
Right.
Okay. So you own the Ghetto Boys and you explain yourself how that case was caught right there. Can we elaborate on that a little bit, man? What happened that night? Like, let's see your side. I know what happened, but they out there loud. You don't hear a lot of these things because you don't give a fuck, but they was making the echo of their side. Can you please elaborate on what happened tonight, y'all in that car going to your show?
So basically, like I say, I'm out of jail. I'm I got a mean drink habit. So, I've been locked up for a year. I ain't been drinking no drink. I'm out of jail. I'm drinking drink. I'm smoking weed. That's it. So, I think this nigga J-Ton had just turned 18, I want to say. And he was on some shit like, my brother, you know how this nigga was about Trey. My brother's a bitch.
Damn.
My brother be acting like a bitch. Like, I want to ride with you because I know I can sit over here and do drugs. I'm like, just smoking weed and shit.
Right.
So he was like, yeah, you got that syrup too? I'm like, yeah. So the nigga was like, I had an 8. So nigga was like, well shit, I want a 4. So I said, we're gonna go up here to this store. At this time we live in this, I think it was Silver Meadows. So we had to, come up Fry Road, bust that left on I-10, hit one of them stores. I want to say that motherfucker adjacent to the Walmart. We hit that bitch. I'm like, we got 8 ounces of drink in this bitch.
Right.
The way I do my shit is like this. We gonna pull up and get rid of this baby bottle. We finna get 4 20 ounces. We finna put a duck, get rid of these numbers. I told that nigga, we finna smash one of these hoes to the head by the time we hit the Budweiser plant. Cause nigga, we on Fry and I-10. We got at least, plus the way we finna drive with all these cars in this caravan, we about like a good 25, 30 minutes away from the Budweiser plant leaving out of town, right? So we should be through with one of these. So niggas say, cool. So by the time we get to the Budweiser plant, I'm letting the window down. I'm throwing out a bottle. I done pulled up in a 20-ounce pineapple Fanta. So now I got it was either a blue knee-high or another pineapple Fanta. He had 2 sodas. So some kind of way, we stop at this Waffle House in Beaumont. We get into it with some people about something. Some kind of way, somebody say something about I don't know if it was a gun or some shit, but I'm the prominent. Yeah, it was. I know it was a white woman and a white dude, and we got into it with them about some shit. And we left out that bitch in a hurry, like, oh nah, they with that bullshit. We get on the road. So we riding, and we in Orange, Texas by now. I get a phone call, it's Trey. I'm like, hello, he like, hey, the law finna come up there and pull you over. I'm like, huh? I'm trying to wonder how this nigga know I'm finna get pulled up. Nigga wanna come talk about I'm driving 10 miles per hour and shit. Like, I'm not driving no motherfucking 10 miles per hour. I'm about to pull into this motherfucking gas station, so I'm slowing the fuck down. I see it's a gas station coming up. So I'm about to pull into this motherfucking, I'm slowing the fuck down to put in here. So when the law come up, first thing the nigga asked me is, man, look, I'm gonna cut straight to the chase. Do you have a weapon? I said, I don't have no weapon. Where that shit come from? Where, somebody said y'all had a weapon back at that Waffle House. And I'm like, that was in Beaumont, but this nigga's a state trooper. So he still got jurisdiction. I'm like, well, nah, we ain't got no, am I gonna find anything in here if I search? I say, man, can I go in my pocket? He said, yeah. I pull out an ounce of weed. I say, man, I got an ounce of weed. He say, what's in your cup? I say, shit, if you would have caught me in Beaumont, it would have been a felony. That's what was in my cup.
Past tense.
So that nigga told me to get out. I got out. He searched my person. That nigga searched under my seat and all that shit. He looked in my cup. That nigga said, take that weed, put that shit back in your pocket, get in the car, and put your seatbelt on. That nigga went around the car. He told J-Ton to get out. Searched him, ain't find nothing on him. Looked in his cup, that shit had some shit in it. Then that nigga looked under the seat, that nigga say, you came out with the baby bottle. And it had like an ounce of drink in that bitch. I'm in my head like, I know I just told you to put a duck and a duck. I'm gonna put 2 ounces in my one soda, put 2 ounces in my other soda, put 2 ounces in your soda, put 2 ounces in your other soda. So if something like this happen, we getting pulled over, it's drink. Like, oh shit, we getting pulled over. Let's just drink this shit. We're gonna be fucked up as fuck. I'm not gonna let you die though, nigga. I'm gonna slap the fuck out you or something, or shake the shit out. Like, nigga, we finna live, but like, we ain't finna go to jail.
Exactly.
So it's an ounce of syrup under the shit. So the nigga tell me straight up that I had to say it was his. And I'm like, man, you know I can't do that. All I can say is what I have is an ounce of weed. So, long story short.
Who wanted him to say it's yours?
The cop was like, for me to leave, I had to say it was his.
Okay, J-Ton.
And I was like, man, it's 2005, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm not finna be able to say, I'm like the hottest rapper in the city right now, too.
Exactly.
You want me to sit up here and tell on somebody, hey, it's his? I'm like, hey, man, look, I have an ounce of weed. That's all I can tell you. I have an ounce of weed. So, long story short, we go to jail.
Yeah.
I miss a show.
What did he say?
That nigga was like, shit, he ain't claim it.
Okay, so.
He ain't claim it.
Damn.
He ain't claim it.
But you drunk your drink. His drink
I didn't have to drink no drink because my shit was drunk already.
Gotcha. So this drink is
I'm driving, so I'm up. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Okay. So, okay. My bad.
Yeah.
Continue.
So, I mean, that's what that was. And to add like a little insult to injury, right? We had a meeting that I ain't even think you knew or I knew we was gonna have. The day we took that album, we took that cover for The Source on J Ranch.
Okay, yeah.
After we took them pictures, Jay made us go into the big house on the ranch.
In the basement.
I don't know if it was the basement, but I know I ain't want to be in that bitch. And that nigga was on some, really on some, hey, you just came home for drink. If I find out this shit is what I think it is, a nigga had a bunch of them big ass niggas in there, and I was like, I had my shit with me, but I was like, man, I hope I ain't gotta, you know. I'm like, nah, nigga, it ain't what you think. And in this meeting, Jay told that nigga like, hey man, if this was your shit,
Right.
you need to do what you need to do on that next court date, cause it might be a little fucked up if you don't.
How you looking legally, man? Are you clear and free? I know you had that pistol case. Is that still going on?
Nah, man, you know I be beating. I got big angry, man. I don't even know why you asked that question.
That boy don't play, do it, man.
He don't do no losing. He get a prosecutor's a bruising.
You been knocking their ass out too, man.
I don't be getting in trouble like that. I just be I mean, you know, I just had to give me proper representation so I could be represented properly every time. You know, a lot of times the motherfuckers will go in that bitch and, you know, try to swap you out for something. I don't want nobody going in there trying to swap me out. I want somebody trying to go in that bitch trying to bring me home, keep me home. So, you know, I fuck with Charles Adams. He definitely always came through for me, you know.
And me.
I done used them on the criminal and the civil side. And like won everything. You know, that's why you got a one deep chain. Shit, he one of the best.
And he rep it for real. Shout out Big Angry for real, man.
My bad, you ain't one of the best. My bad, Angry.
He is
You
the
are the best.
Huh, man?
No smoke. You are the best.
That's what I'm talking about, man. For real. Home team.
Yeah, representing that shit he representing that shit harder than a lot of motherfuckers I thought was gonna represent that shit hard. Like he repped that one deep shit harder than a lot of people that I thought was gonna represent that one deep shit harder.
He holding you accountable.
Yeah.
He remind me of Young Thug lawyer Brian Steele. Well, Brian Steele remind me of him. You know what I mean? I'm talking about that boy say he'll go to jail with Thug. I feel like Angry will go to jail with you.
Man, look, he ain't gonna let now one of us go to jail. That's how good he is. He ain't gonna let now one of us go to jail.
No cap.
Man, he did some shit in court one time. And he said, I mean, I don't want to say because I don't even know if I can. But he said some shit. Somebody said some shit up on the stand. He said, you know what? Well, I want to move to get this case dismissed because such and such this or such and such this. And you know what? I'd like a check. My partner Jeff right here like a check, and I know my client Mr. McVey would like a check. We want checks. Is it check day? Man, the people had to call hold on, let me get off the bench right quick. Come back and dismiss that shit.
Whoa.
Man, the judge say, Mr. McVey, first of all, I want to tell you, Mostly Done is my favorite song.
Come on, man.
And second of all, you have an awesome ass lawyer. I hope you never have to use him again, but this is a great man. And we walked out the motherfucking courtroom. That's that picture I took on the steps at Fort, we was in Fort Bend County.
Oh, when you had that blue paper in your hand.
I don't know what. Nah, I think I was just showing my teeth. Angry, and Jeff was just sitting there looking like, yeah, we some badass lawyers that just did what we be doing, beating cases and shit. And I'm sitting there like, I'm cheesing big, and the bitch like, yeah, I didn't have to give these motherfuckers shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was like angry bad motherfucker.
Super bad.
And the way how that shit went, we went to that next court date. J-Ton, he tried to stand up. He was like, hey man, look, I'm ready to take that was my shit, I'm ready to take my charge. That prosecutor say, Man, look, you had a whole year to do that. This is shit or get off the pot day. We offering you 2 years, Mr. Steen, and you, Mr. McVey, we offering you 4 years since it's your second time with this drink shit. Take it now, or we prosecuting both of y'all for 20 years. He signed for 2, I signed for 4.
So how did you snitch on him? This shit weird, bro.
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then I heard I was a snitch because I made it home before he did too. Because he got 2 years. And you gotta think at the time, I'm like Jay Prince's golden boy. You know what I'm saying? So he turned himself in 60 days. I turned myself in 45 days. So when I turned myself in, I don't know what Jay got planned. I don't even know it's a plan. All I know is I'm in Orange County Jail. I'm listening to CeeLo Green on the radio. Maybe I'm crazy every day at 3 o'clock. I got my routine set. I catch the chain. Before I catch the chain, J-Ton get there. She turned herself in. The cop keep on coming into my tank to tell me, hey man, I think they fucking with your cousin over there. You probably need to go over there. And I'm like, what you mean? He like, I'm gonna let you fall out of place so you can go over there and go fuck with him, because the whole jail was on some shit like zero cousin didn't take his case, got zero locked up. So the nigga telling me like, I think they gonna jump him, or I think they fucking him up down there or some shit like that. And I'm like, I ain't never get down there to see no shit like that, but I was hearing some shit like he may been having a hard time in that motherfucker because,
They thought he told on you, or with the
look,
reason not
when
told,
we got
but
in
thought.
that motherfucker,
Yeah.
when we got in that motherfucker, the people was talking at the desk like, man, they was in that bitch. Man, look, them people knocked off so many charges off both of us. They knocked off a bunch of charges because they was like, hey man, they gonna try to hang y'all with this shit. They hitting y'all with all the soda. But we had a bunch of soda in that motherfucker that was just soda. They was trying to say all of the motherfucking soda was
grams.
Yeah, but they end up sending that shit to the lab, and it was like, nah. You had the residue that was in the cups, and you had whatever was left over in that goddamn baby bottle. That's what the fucking case come from.
2 and 4 years.
2 and 4 fucking years.
Yeah,
and then I go to jail on that shit. I catch the train to Orange County. I catch the train to Navasota to Pack 1. I do about like 3.5, 4 months at that bitch. They tell me I got a bench warrant. I'm like, I ain't got no case. What I got a bench warrant for? When laws come pick me up, sheriffs, they pick me up. Nigga stop by McDonald's. I'm like, nigga getting McDonald's. I go back in that bitch. I spend the night. Wake up in the morning, they like, yeah, go to court. They walk me into the courtroom. I walk in the courtroom. I see my auntie, my grandmama. I see Point Blank, my preacher.
Damn.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They praying in the highway. I'm like, damn, I killed somebody and I don't know it. Shit, this nigga Schaefer in that bitch talking about, yeah, man, we finna have this shit taken out your court, and we gonna have something gonna come up on you on the bar. This the second time you over here overcharging somebody for the wrong crime. You gave a motherfucker penitentiary time for a state jail felony. He like, yeah, man, no judge wants to have his seat threatened by some misfortune of a case, so if you able to make bond today, I'm gonna reinstate your bond.
Whoa.
And then Point Blank stood up like, yeah, Pimp C gave me the money to bond roll out. So I walk across the street, put my clothes on, they let me go. I came home. I came out and ate with Auntie and Grandma in Point Blank. Point Blank took me to Port Arthur to Pimp C. Pimp C put me in the room with a white bitch.
No. Fresh out.
Pimp C put me in the room with a white bitch.
Pimpin'.
I definitely did not fuck, but
come on, Rota.
I'm finna fuck a white bitch in a hotel room,
That
fresh
film
out of
coming.
jail. Nah, nigga, I'm paranoid.
Yeah.
I don't wanna fuck nothing. I wanna go home.
I know that.
I ain't even really just have no home at the moment. So shit, I wanted to just see what the fuck was going on. So I did that shit, and you know, I came the fuck home and got me a little crib, stayed out for a month, went right back in that bitch, started on my 10-month state jail.
Man, how was state jail for Rota, man? Like,
I mean, shit, it's state jail. It ain't.
how was jail for Rota? Like, how was
I'm
it?
pretty sure it's like jail for everybody else. You were in jail.
No, I've heard some things, man.
I don't
That
give
you
a
had
fuck
some
what you heard.
privileges.
Did you hear I came home?
That was the biggest, huh?
Shit, nigga
Yeah.
ain't come home. I wasn't able to
Oh,
leave
I see
that
what you're
bitch.
saying. Yeah,
I wasn't able to
yeah.
leave that bitch every day and
So-
come back. Nah, I was in jail.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Is it a luxury to get a Big Mac?
Fucking right it is, brother.
Nah, it's not. Hell, nah, it's not.
Well, not
You
in
in
state.
jail.
Well, state jail. Yeah,
Any type of jail.
Yeah,
If you can't go home,
shit.
the luxury is going the fuck home.
No bullshit.
Shit. I mean, I'm not at home for while I'm eating this motherfucker. This is a taste.
Yeah.
This ain't a state of mind. Hell nah. I ain't do
to
no
the
drugs. I ain't smoke no weed in that motherfucker. It wasn't nothing in that motherfucker except a motherfucker. Motherfucker might let me come outside and kick it on the bowling alley. So what? I'm not kicking it at home.
Yeah.
I want to go home.
I know that's right.
So nah, I'm in jail. That's how jail was for me. It was jail.
Yeah.
Shit, when them hoes came through that motherfucker and said count time, I had to get counted. You know what I'm saying? If them bitches said no showers for the month, I was part of that. We was all musty. It wasn't just them. And me sitting in that bitch smelling ivory clean. Nah, I'm funky too in that bitch.
Yeah.
Hell nah, that shit was jail.
At the end of the day, for sure. Man.
Penitentiary was worse. I mean, the motherfucker kept me on bird for 4 months. Nobody supposed to be in transit for no 4 months.
Hell nah, you fuck a unit up, they don't know where to send you.
Shit, and that's what the fuck they said, talking about I'm too popular of a prisoner.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To you is nothing because it's you, but they whole prison system is disrupted when McVey walked through the door, man.
Man, they kept me on A row, maybe 15 or some shit like that for fucking 120 days. Everybody coming through that bitch, they gone within 7 days. I'm living in this bitch.
Yeah, they don't know
and you
what
know
to
this
do.
bitch is locked up all day. You just in the bunk all day because you in the small joint. They open that bitch up so you can do medical. They open that bitch up so you can go eat 3 times a day. Ain't no wreck. You just in this motherfucker.
Transit.
It's transit.
Yeah, that
I'm
hurt.
not transiting though. I'm sitting still.
They trying to figure it out.
I had the right Cornell X to get me up out of that shit.
You shot a video in jail, man.
I shot a video in state jail.
Oh, in state jail, yeah, the state jail. Yeah, they don't know what to do. That's what they trying to figure out. That's crazy. Man, how do you feel about these people saying that the Isaiah Carey interview that you did after the situation wasn't a street move? Like,
I don't give a fuck what a nigga's. Do you give a fuck about what third graders say if you in the motherfucking collegiate league? I don't care. Why the fuck to entertain a whole lot of bullshit? You understand? I gotta lay on this ground and look down. If I'm going up, why the fuck am I looking this way for? You give a fuck about what a nigga talking about me on the ground?
yeah.
But then, why did I do an Isaiah Carey interview? Because a nigga got on TV and lied and said, nah, nigga didn't get jumped. It was family business. If it's family business, why I don't know 2 of them niggas that jumped me then? That's family? Because if I'd have got off the ground and did what I wanted to do, I would have been in jail for life. There would have been 2 families at war like a motherfucker. So it's family business to go and get a nigga like shout out to 5. I don't really know 5 like that. But if I got a problem with you and you make 5 fuck with me, I'ma kill this nigga before the night is over with. I don't know this nigga. I'm looking for you to fuck you up, but I'm gonna kill this nigga.
Because I don't know him.
I don't know him. And this probably a motherfucker that probably would have been cool with me if you ain't hate on him to me or hate on me to him.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you know, that's all that shit is.
How do you feel about that? Talking about, like, man, what was that about the statement shit?
Shit, a statement. So what you saying with a statement? When you make a statement. So you'll make a motherfucking statement when these motherfuckers need to know something. These motherfuckers ain't need to know nothing. They was there for it and saw it. So my statement was basically, all right, y'all seen this shit happen, right? You know what the fuck fit to happen the next time. And I expect to go home. So you take that and how you want to take that shit, but like, what is a statement to the police when the police is there when you getting jumped?
And filmed.
So, you know, and then when I get ready to get my shit off, because I mean, yeah, contrary to the popular, I'm like, all right, cool. As soon as I'm able, all right, I'm on my feet, all right, let's go. Y'all can do it together, but you know, where y'all at, you know, mano y mano type shit, you know what I'm saying? So, but then, you know, the police don't let it. So my whole thing is, all right, cool. They can, but I can't. Y'all really letting me know that this probably could happen again, and y'all not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna do something. But when I do whatever the fuck I'm finna do, I'm gonna go home after that. Cause ain't no motherfucker gonna have nobody jumping on nobody twice. So that's what, like, now you got, especially for a bunch of bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So the statement was just, all right, next time y'all know what the fuck it is.
Exactly. But you got a bunch of clueless, brainless people out here in the world that don't understand.
But I mean, see, I don't give a fuck about people. I guess that's a y'all thing. I don't give a fuck what no nigga think about me. I mean, why the fuck should I? I don't give a fuck. I mean, shit, if you dumb, I'm supposed to suffer because you dumb? Like, I don't give a fuck. Shit. Because, I mean, what motherfuckers probably wanted me to do was probably, because, I had what I wasn't supposed to have in a place I definitely wasn't supposed to have it. You want me to get up, number one, it's some bitch-ass shit going on. But what y'all want to see is me forget that I had a relationship with this motherfucker. Y'all want to see me kill this nigga. Y'all gonna be online. Y'all gonna celebrate me killing this nigga. Oh, he got up and shot everybody. My first thing to do when I get off my motherfucking feet ain't to shoot some motherfucking nigga that's doing some bitch-made shit to me that I got over 20 years with. I ain't thinking about blowing your motherfucking, even furthermore, I ain't thinking about going to jail for blowing your head off. I ain't thinking about I'm trying to get up like, nah, bitch, that nigga, let's go. What's cracking with it? Just you, though. But nigga on the internet want to see me do something real heinous to this nigga. Nigga on the internet want to see him do something real heinous to me. So what the fuck am I trying to please you with my actions for? You don't give a fuck about me. You want to see me dead or you want to see me shoot a motherfucker? Fuck what you think about me.
No bullshit.
I don't think about you at all.
Boy, look at here, because you haven't been one of many words. And a lot of people, including you, got upset when I got on there and spoke on a few things, man. Well, I mean, so how you feel about that?
I mean, it's just because you ain't, it's because you ain't speak like how I would have spoke for myself.
Okay.
You be okaying a lot of shit that I'm not gonna okay. You know what I'm saying? Like this sucker shit with this other sucker ass nigga.
Right.
You can have some shit where it's like, you know what? Bro gonna get to you. That's your thing. You might tell this nigga, man, calm down. You jumping the gun, bro gonna get to you. Cause like I bet this hoe ass nigga don't know my Houston run is my last run.
He know now.
So a nigga don't know that my Houston run is the last run, right? But you got niggas that jump the gun on a whole lot of shit because they want what they want from you. Ain't nobody help me. Nigga ain't show up to none of my shit. He ain't video record none of my shit and hit me like, hey, collab on this post with me. You ain't came to a video shoot like you ain't did nothing. Like it's a video shoot right now. You see some more cameras other than yours at this motherfucker?
And then they complain about the OGs not helping the young G's, but I don't see nobody
Don't
here.
nobody gotta help no motherfucking body, bro. Didn't nobody help me. You know, didn't nobody help me. So my whole thing is this, right?
But you do help.
But I don't have to.
Right.
I don't have to. That's the whole thing. See, you can be like, yeah, man, you do this and you do this here. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if don't nobody know what I do. Well, I mean, like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm performing for the charity police or something? Show me who the charity police is out here. You see them?
Nowhere in sight.
Walk up and tell me, hey, that was a good thing you did. What the fuck do I care? I didn't do it to please you. I did it to please the motherfucker I did it for. You ain't got to know if I bought you a motherfucking car. You ain't got to know if I bought this nigga 5 or motherfucking whatever it was, if I fronted a nigga back. That ain't nobody business but me and that nigga I fronted the back to. So, I mean, you know.
And all the philanthropy work that you do, you are a big advocate of not doing it on camera.
I don't even want to talk about it because I don't do no philanthropy work. I don't do no philanthropy work because it ain't your business, it ain't his business, it ain't none of these motherfuckers' business what I do for motherfuckers that I choose to do for. Because it's not going to do nothing for you knowing about it. You do some shit. I know you do a whole bunch of shit for a bunch of ungrateful motherfuckers. And because you tell me about it, it don't make it feel no better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You still gonna feel that shit when you go home like, damn, I bought this motherfucker this, and they treating a motherfucker like I ain't did. So that's why I don't give a fuck about a motherfucker knowing what I do for the community. Because it's for the community. It ain't for the comedian.
Man.
It ain't for, no disrespect, but it ain't for y'all.
Man.
It ain't for y'all. Yeah, then I don't want to go and disrespect nobody, be like, hey, look, check me out. I'm about to give him $5,000. Because the flip side you look at that is, now the world know this nigga broke. Ain't my intention to let the world know that I'm helping you, that you fucked up. The world don't need to know.
Man.
And that's just me. That's just me.
As Road to Van Dross, y'all, come on. What I did, bro, is I did a poll yesterday after all the little riff-raff on the internet shit. I say, man, fuck it. Y'all want me to pull up on Rother and see if he'll answer some of these questions. And they threw a bunch of shit at me. So basically everything we talked about is everything that you don't ever have to address again if you don't please to, man. You know what I'm saying? It's, for the life of me, you done broke this bullshit down, which is the most important thing because it keeps being echoed. And I hope after the night it's just dead. Motherfucker understand. You do you, we do us. Never been spoke on tonight in detail, and it have been, man. Boy got 4 years, other boy got 2. Come on, man, y'all do this shit. How long ago this shit was, by the way?
5 or 6.
You're looking at 16, 17 years ago, man. That shit, come on, man. God damn, move on, my nigga.
It's always like that. Truth gonna hurt somebody feel.
Yeah, it did that, man. And, you know, I ain't trying to keep kicking a dead horse, man, but when you was at the 50 Cent joint, after hearing all the rebuttal in there, how they, like, fuck what happened, fuck how they was thinking, how was Rother thinking as this situation going on?
That ain't none of y'all business. That ain't none of y'all business. How I was thinking. Y'all don't think like me, no way, so shit, why should I tell y'all how the fuck I'm thinking?
And that's valid.
Yeah.
Because it's your feelings, you know what I mean? So, and basically, like I'm saying, it's just everything a motherfucker wanted to know. So now, I hope y'all motherfuckers don't take this shit and when a nigga finishes press run and ask these questions over and over and over again, man.
I mean, but that's what motherfuckers gonna do. That's what motherfuckers do. So, I mean, shit. One thing about it, I'ma just tell motherfuckers what it is. And tell motherfuckers what I feel, cause I mean, that shit don't matter. Motherfuckers don't operate off of how you feel. They operate off of what they can get out of it. So, I feel like I just be doing what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing.
Which is doing you.
Yeah.
24/7. One deep motherfucking entertainment. Man.
That's it.
And that's the best way to do it.
So I mean, shit. So I mean, if you a nigga that's trying to go home after you do something real bad to motherfuckers that's fucking with you, then I mean, yeah, you gonna let somebody know. All right, man. Look, the next time, nigga, because I ain't trying to get nothing with no L.
Especially when it start with an F.
So if a motherfucker ain't gonna do no shit on no fast scale for some shit that you started, you mean you gonna come at me in numbers every time? All right, you ain't gonna like one of them times. Preferably the next time after the first time. You get my drift.
Like a motherfucker.
All right, so I mean, I'm a motherfucking man. So I mean, shit.
That's the killer part, man. And a lot of them ain't. So if it went over your head, please keep it there. Because ain't no need in shaking the water and waking the dead, man. Y'all keep being y'all type of gangster. We gonna do our type of gangster and see who's still out here. We been out here, still standing. It's crazy, brother. For real, man. Yeah, man. And just like, I appreciate you coming on, man. And like, you giving a nigga your soul, and I appreciate that, man. You banned it for me. But what took so long? Like, why you speaking now?
I mean, shit. I guess you can pose them questions elsewhere, because I always seem to speak second about shit, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't be having nothing to say about no nigga. But a lot of questions are posed because other motherfuckers keep doing the shit that they be doing. So it makes people want to question, I guess not motive, but it makes people want to know why things are the way that they are. Because motherfuckers will look up and be like, man, they was a badass rap group together. Why aren't they a rap group anymore? Why are things the way they are? People want to know why ABN disbanded. People want to know, you know, why this happened or why that happened. So when all those questions get to coming up, I ain't never just came and just answered no questions, because I don't give a fuck about destroying nobody.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't my duty to come out here and destroy you with truths that I know about you. You ain't shit to me. I ain't shit to you. Leave that shit at that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you fucking with me, acting like you not. You know how niggas be doing that shit. They'll shoot some slugs your way, or they'll say some shit, try to make it hard for you, and whatever your walk of life is, that you're an athlete, motherfucker might keep you from getting the position that you want. If you're an entertainer, motherfucker might try to keep you from working with certain motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That little old, I want to put a ceiling over this motherfucker. I want to keep him in a box. Then you go to pissing them off because you don't fit inside of none of that shit. You just outgrow all that shit. Motherfucker make it possible for me to not do no songs with a bunch of people they fuck with. Cool. I make it off with just me. Like I'm the only nigga really rapping and making that shit out just me. It wasn't my plan. That shit was designed like that by somebody that's a hater.
Come on, man.
So did I complain about it? Nah, I adjusted, right? I adjusted to my environment. All right, cool. You gonna make my environment where I can't do a song, like where I can't envision having a song with a Ross, or I can't envision having a song, you know what I'm saying, with anybody that's of critical acclaim. So if that's what the temperature is, all right, cool. I learned how to make songs good enough by my motherfucking self that I don't need none of them niggas. And once again, I ain't no slight to nobody, but it's like I can complain about what's happening to me, or I can roll with the punches and the depth and learn how to master this ghetto too. So I choose not to gripe and do all that whole ass shit. I did my own thing. Then I had to look at this shit my way, or just a good way, and be there. I ain't got to split this money down with nobody. So I'm not mad about being alienated. or ousted out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm able to probably live better than I would have been.
If you'd have been busting that shit down, I know that's right, man. Man, there you have it. King of the motherfucking ghetto. Call me
Yeah,
Rota.
But then I know I just made a point, but I mean, but to answer that question, why I waited so long, though, like, I got some shit over here that's with some people, and I ain't never seen a profit from none of it. From the group with all of us in there to the group with just us two, I ain't got no bread off of none of this shit. So I can sit up and be like, yeah, man, I want money off of this series, that was mine. I want this, that come from me also. Like, I can do that. And on this other side, I had the crack album. Like I said earlier, nigga made a natural $1 million off of show money. This ain't even have nothing to do with the money Jay Prince gave me for the record. This just on the road money. So it's like, I'm gonna take my attention off the fact that I'm fresh out of jail yet again. I'm fresh out of state jail again, and I'll become a millionaire, not off royalties, but off of performing. I'm finna take my attention off of that.
For what?
To come and fuck with some shit that I ain't got nothing going on with. I just chose to walk away from that shit. And like I said, you know, it's more work because you by yourself, but I get to keep all the motherfucking proceeds. I get to do my shit the way I want to do it, when I want to do it. I ain't got to have no meeting with no motherfucker about what I want to do with my motherfucking music, when I want to put my shit out, where I'm willing to tour, where I'm not willing to tour, what price I'm not going to take from a motherfucker. Like, it's all me. I'm sitting up doing all these conversations with myself, I, and me, like a motherfucker. So it's cool. It's more lucrative for a motherfucker like me. And so I just chose to be like, man, you know what? I chose to do the same thing that this nigga Dr. Dre said that he did. That nigga said, man, look, I did this shit over here with y'all. I can go over here and I can do this shit again by my goddamn self. Y'all can have that shit. So, I mean, I walked away from that shit. And now, when certain things transpire, it prompts motherfuckers to go to asking questions again. Like anything got to do with me, and right now it's trending because I'm about to drop a record. I'm doing my promo runs and shit. You know, I've done my California run. I got an Atlanta run coming up. I got a New York run coming up, and finally I got a Houston run coming up at the end. Right when the record drops on December 13th, I should be starting my Houston run. And a lot of these people, I ain't gonna say a lot, all these people ain't heard from me in a long time.
For real.
The last time I went on a run, it was 2016. I went to New York, and in 2017 it was Atlanta and Atlanta. But like, that was the last time I did a run, to go out of town to just do media, to just go do press. So I ain't did that since then. So since then, a lot of these people, especially people that really know my shit, like No Jumper, like Adam, he ain't seen me since 16. It's a whole bunch of shit that happened since he seen me in 16. So of course they want to know why I got jumped. You know, that's first and foremost. Before the music, I bet they want to know why I got jumped. What happened with you and Trey?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They want to know about the music, but they want to know about all the sweet spots that's sweet to you know, to them, and not sweet to the person that's getting interviewed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So all those questions got to be asked. You know what I'm saying? Because they haven't seen me. So they ask me these questions, and then on the media, it gets that shit back popping again. You know what I'm saying? So now they talking about it. Now they asking, well, why now? Why this? Why that? Okay, because of y'all.
Yeah, 'cause I know it's coming.
Y'all doing, you know, like the media asking that shit. They want to know.
Yeah.
And it's because I ain't never made myself accessible like this since 2016. I mean, shit.
More life,
I mean, you know,
more money.
definitely that.
Go get the checks, man. December 13th, call me, wrote the man. Talking about open book, man. Book of Joseph. It's going down, man. You got anything before we get up out of here, Rota?
Shit, man, you know, I'm just answering questions. December 13th, call me, wrote the
Please.
on whatever platform you download your shit on. Download that bitch, upload that bitch, upload, sideload that motherfucker. Shit, as long as you load that old pause.
You know what I'm saying?
That bitch hard. Again, pause.
It's going down, man. It's another episode of the One-on-One with Miggity and Mike D, man. This is part of one through many, man. It's going down. It's my brother Ro, man. Two the hardware is in the building,
And
man.
I ain't talking about this shit no more either, nigga. So, y'all, I hope y'all got y'all shit that y'all needed to know. Because these other interview ass niggas, when y'all go to ask me, hey, nigga, go look at Mike D shit. I ain't even talking about this shit no more.